Okay, here we go.
Hey everybody, and welcome to an episode of Quarantine Qitchen Chicken Hour, okay? We're out here with Amy Grabish out at Grabish Farms. I'm Dave Nelson with Industry Cooking Classes, and we are going to take a culinary journey here that started a few days ago when... You'll have to excuse my assistant back here making a little noise here. We got a couple of Spanish black toms back there, a very, very delicious breed of turkey that we're going to be talking about later, okay? But today, we are, this journey started a few days ago. A cousin of mine had a rooster that she needed to get rid of. She's one of those urban farmers. They need to get rid of this rooster, so she talked to me about it. I kind of put it out there in the world, and I didn't really get any takers for this rooster to adopt as a pet, and so eventually Ms. Amy Grabish reached out to me and offered to do a chicken slaughter at her farm. This is something that we talked about probably about a year or so ago, and now it's finally happening during the quarantine since hey, everybody needs to learn a few kitchen survival skills out here right now, okay? So if you don't know Amy Grabish, she started Grabish Farm in the early 2000s. She's been out here running a small farm that supports a local and regional food system, and she raises tons and tons of animals out here. She's about the busiest person I have ever met, okay? On top of being involved in slow food for many, many years and educating people and going out and talking about sustainable food for the public, for the general public. There's just so many things, right? She has a blog. She is a prominent blogger out there. She raises so many animals on the side. She's laughing at me right now. She raises so many animals around here. We have various varieties of poultry and fowl running around the yard here, including these big fellas that just seem to be shadowing me all around. We have dairy goats, we have meat goats, and we have hogs. We have just everything you can imagine out here. Bees, tortoises, cats, dogs, everything you can imagine, right? On top of all that, she just started a wine bar, unfortunately, right when COVID hit, but she is the proprietor of the Pip Wine Bar in Dixon, California, which is kind of the hot place in town right now, if there is such a thing in town right now. That's right. A little backup, please. What we're going to do is I got to bring her in here. I don't know how she has time to do everything that she does, but she is going to basically walk us through chicken slaughter at home, okay? For all of you urban farmers out there or chicken keepers to be, she's going to talk about those things that you need to know, okay? And so let's go ahead and meet her, and I really want Amy to kind of talk about really what's how to kind of raise chickens, get started with them, and ultimately how to slaughter them.
Okay.
We'll maintain a social distance here.
Oh, that's right.
For the quarantine.
Hey everybody, I've had chickens for a number of years, and David and I have been active in slow food. We like to raise rare breeds of different animals because if we have an option to even raise a couple animals, I'd rather try and do justice and save some of the genetic pool of the rare breeds. So we've got a mix of different breeds of ducks and chickens. We raise and breed black Spanish turkeys, which are on the slow food arc of taste. We also have worked with the Livestock Conservancy, so the two organizations that help kind of keep some of the rare heritage varieties of plants and the heritage breeds of animals in the forefront as much as they can be. The first time I slaughtered anything was a rooster. I had a meeting rooster in my backyard when I lived in St. Helena, and he would chase the neighbors' kids down. He would seek them out and chase them down. It was becoming a nuisance, so I knew I needed to get rid of him, and the most humane thing to do would be to slaughter him. So I did a bunch of research on how to humanely slaughter.
Can you speak up a little louder?
And it took me a long time. It was scary as anything. I would dance close to him. I'd be like, now is the minute. And then I'd chicken out. I'd back up. It was stressful. I knew it was a big responsibility, and ultimately when I finally did do the deed, it was to make sure that he had as quick and painless a transition from a living creature to a dead carcass as possible. So it's a skill. It's a life skill. It doesn't go perfectly every single time. It doesn't go perfectly with any of the different animals that we've slaughtered here. But the main part is you develop a skill set, you develop a style, and it's the intent. You want to do it with as little stress to the animal as possible, not only because you're respecting it as a living creature, but also because that stress will affect the taste of the meat. So we're going to show you how to do that today.
We have to catch this guy, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to show us the kitchen catcher?
Yep.
The kitchen catcher.
Yep, let's go.
All right, let's do this. I love these turkeys. Oh, I love it. They're everywhere. The farm is beautiful.
You know what, girls? You stay here.
Come on, puppies.
Back it up.
Keep a respectful distance, pups. Oh,
All
they
right.
came in. Oh, darn it.
So much for
Totally
obedience.
my fault.
We're looking to see if there's any.
Red.
The lady turkeys over there, the moms. So we have about 20 turkey eggs in the incubator now.
Let's see the goslings in here.
Hi, Wayne.
I love that you named these birds so early in life.
Coming in?
Sure.
Come on, Rooster Mooster.
She did it first try last time.
Oh, you
Oh, no.
fucker.
I have a cat that's like that. He's being a drama queen. Puppies, come on. Come on, puppies.
Come on, buddy.
He's not a very meaty bird. When we see this guy at the end, it's not going to look like a Foster Farms chicken that you see in the grocery store. This guy's going to be lean and bristly looking. He's like an athlete. This is why a coq au vin is the perfect cooking technique for this.
Probably look more like Albert E. Newman. He's gonna be this scrawny kid.
The red wine, the acidity of the red wine is going to soften connective tissues in this bird, and then a long, low, slow cooking technique is going to break it down until it'll just melt in your mouth. Yes, this bird we're eating right now, that's who I'm talking about. But it is the way of things. We're about to see what that looks like. I am going to put on a face mask for social distancing purposes, and then I'm going to assist if needed.
And then we need to hold his feet probably so he doesn't slip through. So this is a killing cone. What it does and why we're holding him upside down, the blood rushes to his head and he comes down a little bit. So almost like if you were to do a headstand and you get up and you get a head rush, it's something similar. So we're managing that for him. Dave's going to hold his feet so he doesn't slip all the way through. You can see we've sort of adjusted this and modified it to the different size birds that we've done in here. So he's calm now, but I'm going to try and hold my hand over his eyes. Almost when you meditate and you close your eyes, it slows down external stimulation. So when I cover his eyes, it helps calm him down a little bit, I think. But also he's not paying attention to what I'm doing. I don't know what he's thinking about, really. So I'm going to try and move some feathers so I can locate his jugular And what the goal is to locate the jugular and then slit it and bleed them out.
Oh, we were going to try and save the blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hang on to him. He's pretty calm compared to when I was walking.
Absolutely.
And so having him upside down like this and slicing his artery, that allows gravity to help pull the blood out of his body, but his heart is not completely dead. His body is not completely dead yet, so the heart will actually help clean the body of the blood that's in the system.
If I can say, we'll probably see some muscle activity long after the bird is passed on. So, just to say, you'll see that going on. It looks like he's still alive, but you'll still see that for some time.
So I think I've located it. Again, it's never a perfect. I'm going to make sure I'm slicing myself.
I'm going to be using this blood as a traditional thicker in my coq au vin, if it works out, if it all works out. So harvesting this blood, if you think about it, back in the old days when there wasn't a lot of nutrition around, people were starving, something like that, just to let it fall down onto the ground, you're throwing away nutrients. And so many people developed ways of consuming that blood, German blood sausage, for instance, right? And you can also thicken sauces with blood as well. It's added nutrition. Added protein. Not sure what. Hold her.
Actually, yeah.
Now we add a little bit of vinegar to this blood. That'll act as kind of a antibacterial in there, so I can get it home, hopefully. I want to get this cold as soon as I can.
Anticoagulant. I'm going to give him another cut. So you hear him scratching, that's just muscle spasms as the body slowly shuts down.
This is kind of a big cone, so I still have to hold this guy so he doesn't just slide through. He's not a large bird. Got that? And I'm holding him.
Well, the one to add the vinegar in the blood is an anticoagulant.
Right.
I'm sorry
right.
if I said that already.
As I said, you're going to see that movement for a while.